Hello, welcome back to the channel, where we break down policies for you to understand. Today we will be taking a look at the new SAFE Long-Term Care Act, but before we do that, why don't we take a look at the current issues in long-term care homes?
So disturbing.
But the abuse will not stop.
I need help. No one comes.
Are nursing homes
Been here
above
for a long time, but it wasn't until the global pandemic that exposed the situation when the Canadian Armed Forces went to assist during the height of the outbreak, releasing a report describing horrific conditions, lack of pandemic preparedness, and serious shortcomings in facilities with inconsistent treatment. Been here for a long time, but it wasn't until the global pandemic that exposed the situation when the Canadian Armed Forces went to assist during the height of the outbreak, releasing a report describing horrific conditions, lack of pandemic preparedness, and serious shortcomings in facilities with inconsistent treatment standards. During the 2021 Canadian campaign that took place in 36 days, the Liberal Party proposed multiple policies pertaining to COVID-19. They proposed a new SAFE Long-Term Care Act where, to have a better understanding of this policy, let's go back in time and take a look at the history that created the current situation that we are in today. In order to understand how COVID-19 has affected nursing homes in such capacity, let's look back at how long-term care homes were developed. Caring for the elderly was and still is usually shouldered by their family, but during the 17th century in the UK and now what is called North America, cramped and unstable living conditions called almshouses were created to house the elderly and poor. These homes were usually overcrowded and underfunded, while abuse and neglect was prevalent. Almshouses were abolished during the 50s, and government-funded long-term care homes came into existence, but the treatment was still the same. Movements sparked along the decades, such as the Grey Panther movement, to advocate for change and new policies, while privatization has also increased during the 21st century. As you can see, the issues regarding long-term care homes isn't a new topic. It has just been dismissed repeatedly as many elders are incapable of advocating for themselves, and privatization has increased, making it harder to regulate the issues. So what does this policy mean for us in 2021, and how will it affect our elders, nursing homes, families, communities, and the future? Along with investing $9 billion, this policy will definitely help current and future PSWs, as their wages have been increased from $16 to $25 per hour, along with training up to 50,000 new personal support workers. This will improve the current issue of long-term care homes being understaffed and overworked. Long-term care is primarily a provincial issue, but the Liberal government and stakeholders are to ensure national standards, which mean person-centered standard care, including accommodations, staffing levels, qualifications, and compensations. Standards in licensing and maintenance of long-term care facilities, transparency, and government accountability through random inspections and annual public reporting. While this policy will help many residents and long-term care homes, there are many critiques that can be made from how much more PSWs are needed, along with increased training nationwide as the pandemic has proven. While this policy will help many residents and long-term care homes, there are many critiques that can be made from how much more PSWs are needed, along with increased training nationwide as the pandemic has proven how essential they are to Canadians. Many people have also critiqued how $9 billion won't be sufficient enough, as many reports suggest that the actual amount needed is $13.7 billion, and it will be increased yearly to match the aging population. Is this just a band-aid solution for a deeply rooted systemic issue, or is this actually the start of a new beginning and change?